Hey and welcome. It's Milan with tuning into the one.com. I want to welcome you back again. And this beautiful Memorial Day weekend here in the States has just reminded me about a lot of the precious, wonderful things that we have to be aware of and be able to practice awareness and gratitude around. Having had a few days to spend some time with the family, with my sweet Naseet, my beautiful ideal dream soulmate gal, and my beautiful son Gavin Mateo. It's just truly a time of reflection, which brought me back to what initially was one of the greatest tools in being able to find, attract, and build lasting love in my life, and to be able to find my true one and only soulmate, the sweet Naseet. As I've said before, my story took decades, 35 plus years, and as the old cliche for myself goes, my little tagline is 4 weddings, 3 wives, 2 divorces, and 1 son. Amazing. It's the long and winding road that brought me here, and I'm truly grateful and blessed. On a weekend like this, where we've had a chance to do some things together as a family, which often gets lost when you get busy and you're doing. It's forgetting the human being part and remembering all the human doings that we have planned in our lives and that we have as an ongoing piece each and every day. Which brought me back to how I ended up coming across some of the basic components that became part of the 7 sacred soulmate signals, which include connection, compatibility, chemistry, and communication, as well as sex, spirituality, and synchronicity. Those are the 7. Along the way, one of the best ways that I found to connect to my ideal dream, was to make a Soulmate Attraction Blueprint. I wasn't called that because I kind of put together different pieces and parts and puzzles. I sat down and looked at all the different partners I've had over the decades and the years, all the different relationships, what worked, what didn't work, what I liked, what I didn't like, and I came up with the Soulmate Attraction Blueprint for the tuning into the one.com, how to finally attract your dream guy, your dream partner, and be able to find ways to keep him. So in the Soulmate Attraction Blueprint, as a step-by-step outline, you want to be able to ask yourself key questions and get clear on what you want in an ideal dream partner and soulmate. So the idea here was to be able to sit down and really give it some thought. So as this weekend unfolded, I was able to really practice a lot of gratitude and a lot of thanksgiving for the amazing memories of the past and the ones that were just made this weekend. It brought me back to this amazing blueprint, which is the foundation of what I believe to be a place and a space where you can attract, find, and build that lasting love. You got to find it, then you got to be able to attract it into your life, and then you have to be able to keep it. So the ideal key questions to get clear on and what you want most in your ideal dream partner soulmate are: 1. What qualities and traits do you want most? What qualities and traits do you want most in your ideal partner and soulmate? What qualities and traits do you want least in your ideal partner and soulmate? Most and least ideal qualities and traits for your ideal partner and soulmate. Then what do you want most in your partner? In your partnership, what are the qualities? What are the traits? What are the characteristics that will help you fly with amazing grace and ease in your life? And what are your greatest wants? What do you want most in your partner? What do you want most in your partnership? What don't you want most in your partner or your partnership? What you don't want most is the same thing as what you want least. So what do you want most and what don't you want? And then what are your absolute positive must-haves in your partner and your ideal partnership? You want to be able to list those out. What are your deal breakers? So your traits that you want most and your traits that you want least. The qualities, the characteristics that you want most and you want least. And then think about, just as a general question, what do you really want most in your partner, and what do you want to make sure you don't get in your partner that is an absolute turn off and deal killer. And then below that, must-haves and deal breakers. And after that, we want to get into some of the values. So as we do our list, we want to look at our values in our relationship. And remember, values are what you want most. What's most important to you in your ideal dream relationship? Your top 5 or your top 10 values. That's what you want most. What do you want most in your ideal dream partner? What are the things that mean the most to you? Loving, kind, good-hearted, a good provider, has a good sense of humor, makes me laugh. What do I want least? Somebody who's controlling, somebody who's over micromanaging, somebody who's constantly nitpicking, somebody who's not happy with 98.7%, that's always focusing on the 1.3%, and I end up feeling wrong. What are the things you want most? What are the things you want least in that list? And then what ideal stage, phase, or range for your ideal partner, and the physical size, build, shape, and type of ideal partner. Again, these are the component pieces you want to put together so that you have a wonderful idea of where things are at. When it comes to your ideal dream partner, when it comes down to what they look like, what's their shape, size, fit, somebody who's athletic, somebody who's slender, somebody who's full-sized, somebody who has some meat on their bones, whatever your ideal type happens to be, write it down and get straight on it, because that's important for you to be able to visualize. As you build these thoughts and these ideas in, you want to have them start coalescing into a beautiful form in your mind, in your mind's eye, and in your imagination. And when you do that, you want to be able to get clear on what your reasons are for why each one of these items that you listed is important to you. So you want to ask 2 very important questions that will help you get leveraged here. What specifically is the reason that I want this particular item that I listed? What's important to it for me? So what specifically you liked and didn't like about your 1, 2, 3, or 4 most significant and important relationships in your life and in your partnership with boyfriends, girlfriends, and significant others, and what specifically worked and what didn't work. So what did you like? What didn't you like? What worked? What didn't work? And then get clear on why those things are important to you. So when you're listing things, you know they're important to you because they're part of your, if you will, your vibe. You want to get into your values. A vibe stands for values, identities, beliefs, and expectations. Those are the 4 guiding pieces that will define your world and make up your fishbowl of relationship items, if you will. And in order for you to make sense of your world, you want to get clear on those values, identities, beliefs, and the expectations you hold along with those. The values are the things that are most important to you in your life. The identities are the ways that you see the world. I am, you are, the world is, they are. Those are identity pieces, and when you use those, you can really start seeing and clarifying your world. Your beliefs is how the world works. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard for a living. You don't just find someone who's great, you really have to work for them. Those are all examples of beliefs you might have in your life. Or maybe you're like, you know what, I'm a magnet for the wrong kind of guy or girl. That's also a belief. So what happens is you take your tragical history tour and you start developing beliefs around who you are and what you're all about, and how relationships don't work or do work for you, and how you always seem to attract the bad boys or certain things happen. You want to write all this down. You want to get it down in the form of a Soulmate Attraction Blueprint. You want to get clear on your wants, your don't wants, your likes, your dislikes, your must must-haves, your deal breakers, your traits, your characteristics. Ideal partners, what do they look like? Ideal partnerships, what do they look like? And then you want to dial up your vibe, your values, your identities, your beliefs, and your expectations to start building on that blueprint and really get clear on the kind of vibe you have and you want to be sending out, so you can hit the next step, which is mapping things out. And MAP, M-A-P-P, stands for Magnetic Attraction Past and Present, where you're looking for the patterns in your life of the past and what you want to use the blueprint and the vibe to help you get in line with and aligned with, to have a different vibe moving into the present and designing your future. So remember, this is Milan wishing you amazing dating success and relationship mastery, because living life on purpose, with passion, and by design is what it's all about. If you're interested in more, just look below this video and you'll see a link that'll take you to a group that you will love to become part of our merry little band of beautiful spiritual seekers looking for soulmates. Until the next time, this is Milan wishing you amazing dating success and relationship mastery. Bye for now.